This video is going to be a little bit different than my other traditional videos. It's going to be a political video, and the way I think, the way things are. And I've been giving this video a lot of thought, and I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do it, but I just kept on putting it off and putting it off. So I'm here now, and I got tired of putting it off, so I just figured I'd turn the camera on and just let it rip. So that's what I'm doing now. I watch a lot of political activists, some conservative, some liberal videos, and everybody's putting their 2 cents in, and this is basically my 2 cents. This is the way I feel. I put a lot of comments on a lot of people's videos the way I feel, but I don't think I've explained myself very well. Some things I disagree with, other things I don't. Just depends on the subject. I really consider myself independent, but the way things are now, it's not really it doesn't really matter what political party you are now. It pretty much seems like what's right and what's wrong, basically. But anyway, the first thing I want to talk about is the way the way things are going now. And the way things are going now, it's basically out of control. The current administration, President Obama, which I actually voted for, unfortunately. I wish I could take my vote back, but I can't. The path that he's leading us now on, I didn't really like George W. Bush, and it seems like Obama is just doing the same things Bush did, but he's magnified it 10 times with the bailouts, the corporate takeovers, the automotive industry. Bush started these new policies and the new ways of doing things, saying, okay, if you fail, fine, we'll just take over from here. Well, that's not how we do things in America. That might be France or Sweden or some other country where the government is a bigger presence, but here in America we just don't do things like that. And you cannot do that in a capitalist society when capitalism is based on competition. That mentality may work in a communist state, but when your capitalism derives from competition and you're rewarding your failure, that's a bad recipe right there. That's not sustainable. But I'm really getting disgusted with Obama. Not because, not so much him in particular, but his decisions. His policies. He's a totally different guy now than what he started with. He campaigned on way different philosophies than what he's doing now. Everybody said, well, vote for Obama, everything will be okay. He'll repair the economy, and everything's just going to be A-okay. And that has not been the case at all. He's been in office, I'm not going to say a year, but, he really hit the ground running. What was the first thing he did? Okay, the very first policy that he did, HR001, which was a stimulus bill. So first of all, he goes in the stimulus bill, and what's his way of politics? What is his instead of everybody sitting down, negotiating, picking this bill apart, what does he do? He just jams it right through the House, jams it right through the Senate, without anybody given a chance to even read the bill. What he's trying to do is he's trying to exploit people's panic. He's saying, if you don't enact this bill, and I think everybody knows that, he really, he just jammed the bill through. Nobody read it. Nobody took the time to read it. And what it was a $1 trillion loan from the Chinese. And when I heard, he says in some of his campaign speeches, well, we got to get away from China. We got to get away. We have to stop using them as our banker. We got to get away. We got to. He didn't say pay as you go, but we really have to stop dealing with the Chinese. And what does he do? The first thing that he does, the very first thing that he does, takes a $1 trillion loan out from China, doesn't even stop to think about it, doesn't do anything, and it's been almost a year now, and where has it gone? They said they haven't spent it, but this $1 trillion loan that he came to my city 2 or 3 times to campaign on, we haven't seen any changes of unemployment numbers. We've seen tons of inflation. We've seen the stock market. I think it was 9,500. The Dow was 9,500 today. But, look what it's done in the meantime. You have the euro at $1.42, and you have the yen towards the dollar at 92 cents. I forgot what the British pound was, but in my mind, I would like to see the dollar equivalent to the euro. There should be no reason why the dollar can't be equivalent to the euro. And it's been destroyed now. And it hasn't been spent. We've seen unemployment just keep going up and up. So what did he do? He's taken this $1 trillion loan. Excuse me. I'm going to get all fired up now. I know I'm going to get pissed off. Taking a $1 trillion loan. Second thing, what did he do?